7 boards after just 1 quarter. So right there, you have 2 players taking care of their 20 of the 27 points scored for Wellington. You just saw interim head coach Butch Carter standing on the sidelines for the Wellington Basketball Club. Hamilton United down just 4. So they're still in good shape considering the surprise spark plug that Evan Pennell provided in that first quarter.
You can see Wellington started the second quarter out with a smaller lineup as Devin Scott goes to the bench, and they play a 1-3-1 zone on defense, and it gets them a steal.
Jeremiah Williams coming off the bench tonight. He's jacked up 2 quick shots from range. Muhammad back up top to Troy Taylor. Nice little floater from range right there from Taylor. Williams working on Jody Hill. Ooh, Jody Hill sends it back. Not known for his defensive prowess, but he got up. Behind the back dribble, pull up 3. Jody Hill starting to feel it. Streaky shooter, but I mean that in a positive fashion because when he gets the hot streak going, it's hard to put it out.
Yeah, as a defender, you can play perfect defense and he can still score 3 points. He's out of bounds there.
Not a great start for Jeremiah Williams coming off the bench. And are we going to get one of the patented Butch Carter early timeouts? Yes, we are. Just I guess a minute and a half isn't that early, but there's been a couple of games this season I've called, Garrett, where Butch calls a timeout 30 seconds into the quarter, sees something he doesn't like and wants to correct it right away.
Yeah, well, it usually stems from having a conversation in between quarters and then them not executing what they discussed. So he's got a smaller lineup right now, and he's trying to piece together.
So we got nothing. You get no momentum. I mean, you got to be better than that.
Listen in.
It's the one time they don't know what we're running. You run out and you let them run around. Evan, get Gilbert. All right? Not your fault, Gilbert. Gonna go 66 to 7 out. 6-6 to 7 out. All right? Set the screens, guys. Body on body.
Hamilton came out of that break between quarters with a quick 5-0 run to take a 28-27 lead. That's why Butch Carter wanted to put an end to that as quickly as possible. In for the game for Hamilton United. Oliver McGlade now running the point. Over to the wing, Jody Hill back up top. McGlade into the corner. A wide open Mason Archie cashes it from the corner. Coming off a 33-point game, you don't want to see him get going.
In a 1-3-1 defense, Jason, those are the shots you're going to get. Is a short corner, 2-point jump shot, and I think Wellington will live with that.
Zay Thomas. Dominic Walls there for the stick-back jam. Wellington's first basket of the second quarter. Jody Hill in and out. Chris Carter just mauls Evan Pennell down low. Taking a look there, Dominic Walls always active on the offensive glass. Second in the league at rebounds per game. 6.6. A lot of those coming on the offensive glass. Isaiah Thomas is definitely taking it to the rim an awful lot tonight. Hasn't had an awful lot of success, though.
Looks like he's driving in there looking for contact, and I think he'd be better off just going into the lane to finish or to get somebody else a shot, because when you're looking for contact, sometimes you can get stuck, and it looks like that's what just happened to him.
Troy Taylor checks back in for Chris Carter. Jody Hill finds Archie in the corner. Tough pass. Got it through there. Muhammad They work it back around to Jody Hill. Cash is from downtown.
Got to be aware of where he is on the court, and you have to account for him because, as you can see here in the second quarter, he's gotten loose a couple times. You don't mind if he's making shots when you're hanging all over him, but when he's wide open, that can be frustrating.
Jeremiah Williams missing his third straight shot since he entered the game. Dominic Walls doing what he does, getting active on the offensive glass. Another putback. Nice look-away pass from Taylor down low to Archie. He'll be going to the line to shoot 2. Archie was another late addition to this Hamilton United squad. In his 4 games, I think he's feeling comfortable now. 22 points per game right now, shooting over 51% from the field. Played at Davidson University for a couple of years and then went on to IUPUI, where he started 43 of 62 games. I have him down as a high IQ guy. May have something to do with the fact that he's just a couple classes shy of his master's in philosophy.
Yeah, at only 22 years old, it's pretty impressive.
We hear a lot about the NCAA and the whole student athlete. It's great when you see these stories of guys who use the opportunity to play a sport in order to achieve greatness in the classroom. Mason Archie is one of those guys.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Anderson was really clear with him when he brought him in that he wanted him to be aggressive right away. And as you can see with his first 3 or 4 games, he's playing with a lot of energy.
Pinnell finds, now that's what you want to do to get the basket opened up a little bit. Jeremiah Williams with his first 3 shots from range. So Pinnell dropped a dime for him for a nice easy 2. See the ball go through the rim.
Yeah, you'd like to see those guys get to the rim or get to the free throw line to get themselves some confidence.
Archie Pulla, back rim and out.
Great rebound.
Giamfi, cross-court pass to Aldor Kola. Rim and out. Taylor up top, Muhammad. Not his shot. Wellington will take that all day long. Pull-up 3. Guess we were right, Coach. See it go through the rim, changes things up. Hitting from range, and Wellington now back up by 4.
Well, after not playing on Friday, I would think that he's going to come out and be pretty aggressive.
Timeout on the floor for Hamilton United. We'll be back after a break. Midway through the second quarter, Wellington Basketball Club with a 4-point lead over Hamilton United. We mentioned some new players added to these teams, and what kind of advantage does that give you as a coach bringing in a guy at this point of the season?
Well, Jason, with we're about, like you said, 2.5, 3 months into the season, and you pretty much know what you got at this point. And for a team like Hamilton, who was 1 or 2 wins after the first 2 months, I think Coach Anderson had some gaps that he wanted filled with his team. And he was able to do that with Derek Stewart about 3 weeks ago, who's filled a void in the middle. And then Mason Archie, who's given them some wing defense as well as some scoring. Jody Hill with another 3.
Speaking of scoring, Jody Hill is starting to warm up for Hamilton United, averaging 24 points per game. He was up around 27, 28 before his 9-point game on Friday as Butch Carter threw some wrinkles at him. Devin Scott cashing in. Oliver McGlade gets the roll. I think about 85% of Oliver's shots this season have come from 3-point range.
He's a tough little guard, and early on he really wasn't knocking down that outside shot. And just recently here, in the last 2 weeks maybe, he started seeing the ball go through the net, and I think it's given him a lot of confidence. As you see, he just checked in and let it rip. Oh my.
Jody Hill from just over half. Couldn't get that to go. Gyamfi gets cut off, but he finds Aldor Kola.
Great cut by Aldor Kola.
Can't cash that in. And oh, Jody Hill stepped out of bounds. I think he knew right away. A lot of these guys getting to know each other still, getting to know each other's tendencies. McGlade came off the bench, triggered 3 quick shots, and he's back onto the pine. A lot of these players added by head coach Mark Anderson, not surprisingly, from his area, Indianapolis. Chris Carter, note on the offensive glass is Mason Archie. One of those Indiana players that was added midway through the season. Kola looking for his shot, gives it up to Scott.
Foul.
Devin Scott leading the league in a lot of categories, one of which free throw attempts. 42-40 for Hamilton United. Stay with us. Interim head coach Butch Carter rallying the troops, being assisted by Bruce Helsell this evening. Taking a look at Chris Carter out of Long Island University. Injuries ended his college career early. He actually took a year off from basketball-related activities to heal up from foot and knee injury.
Yeah, we found Chris down in Raleigh, North Carolina, and you could tell that he just hadn't had the playing time due to injuries. And with a little bit of freedom and with some minutes on the court, you can see he's got long arms and long legs, and he plays hard, and he's got some good instincts, and he's been a factor for the Hamilton team.
Definitely one of the players to watch in the Canadian Basketball League. Devin Scott hitting from the line. Pretty sure he's at his double-double for the evening.
Back to the box and one look that the Wellington team has shown the last couple of weekends.
It helped him keep Jody Hill in check. That is a hard fall to the floor. That was Will Thompson battling with Jeremiah Williams for that.
There's not a lot of give on that hardwood floor.
Take a look there again at Mason Archie, cleaning up down low. He is going to be a factor for Hamilton United as this season continues. You see him right there, D'ing up Jeremiah Williams. It's Archie again. Couldn't get that jumper to go, and that's Williams being sent to the floor. I think you'll see a lot of that around Will Thompson. Just happens when you're 6'9", 245. Guys just happen to hit the floor pretty often around you.
Yeah, Jeremiah won't feel that today, but tomorrow morning he will definitely feel that.
This game is tied at 42. 2:12 left here in the second quarter.
Stand over here for right now. Not that you're out of the play, but we got to run Motown. Will, Chris, and Mason. All right, here, boom, overload the side. Now, Mason, you're getting a lot of these shots right here. You're getting those. You got to knock them down, though. I mean, they're right there for you. Yep. So let's run Motown down there. So we're going Motown. Who's going off?
Back technique, step to the basketball. Jeremiah hit him, swing the gate, and make one shot for it. All right? Next foul, we shoot. All right? So be aggressive with your shot fake. All right? But don't run into charges. All right? Come on.
One of the great things about the Canadian Basketball League, getting right inside the coaches' huddles. I absolutely love that. I know earlier in the season, it was fun listening to my color commentator for the night, Garrett Kelly's timeouts. And more often than not, it worked out pretty positively as the Scarborough Basketball Club became known for their cardiac kid style, their comeback style.
Yeah, we had a shorter bench earlier in the season. We've been fortunate to add a few new players, but with the shorter bench, we really focused on our conditioning early on, and I think it doesn't necessarily show up early in the game, but later in the fourth quarter is when it really kicks in, and I thought we caught a couple guys. As the other team got tired, we started picking up some momentum.
Absolutely, that's helped the Scarborough Basketball Club reach the top of the standings, currently sitting first, while Wellington, it took until their 8th game of the season to get their first win of the season, and they ripped off back-to-back wins pretty quickly. Some heartbreaking losses in the early going for the Wellington Basketball Club. They lost a game every which way that you could. Missed free throws, fouls, baskets after the whistle. But all that helps build the team. And here they are tonight in a dogfight with Hamilton United.
Timeout, Hamilton.
Mark Anderson wants to end this first half positively. This game tied at 42. The momentum hanging in the balance of this first half. So let's take a listen in into this huddle with head coach Mark Anderson.
Now I've got Chris over here. You put Jody over here. All right, Jody's here. Chris is here. All right, so give him that good pass. Push down, walk Scott down, so that way he can go right to the rim. All right? Yes, make sure you Euro in behind. Euro in behind, you got it. All right, you got 14 seconds, plenty of time. Hey, we're all right. We're playing okay. We're not playing great. We're playing okay. Yep.
All right? You wait. All right? You wait. All right? But look for the pop. Don't call it. All right? Okay? Good job, guys. Come on.
I know head coach Butch Carter was struggling with his guards in the early going after he took over this team, after the initial head coach for the Wellington Basketball Club had to head back to his hometown due to an illness in his family. And his guards have come a long way. But leading the league in turnovers is never going to help you. I think that's been the big battle for them, is getting their guards to take care of the ball.
Yeah, well, early on it was them needing to finish a game off, and they just kept having trouble in the fourth quarters. Oh, and one.
Will Thompson's first basket in the Canadian Basketball League is a two-handed slam while being fouled by Aldor Cola. I think they're gonna check. I think honestly in that replay you can see that Thompson ended up getting his finger stuck in the mesh, which pulled the rim down. So basket does not count. Foul still called. So he's going to be going to the line to shoot two. No and one opportunity, though. Offensive rim interference. It is FIBA rules. So defensively, you can take that ball, and offensively, you can take that ball off the rim, but you still can't yank down on the mesh. Good call by the officiating crew.
Coach Anderson was looking for that to be explained to him a little more in depth.
Troy Taylor still not quite buying it. Tough call for the officials, really, because that ball may have went in, even if he didn't do that. But once that rim gets pulled down, it gets interfered with.
Nice touch by the big fella there.
Cashing them both from the line. Giving Hamilton United a 2-point lead. Pennell, who had the hot hand early, has been quiet of late. Giamfi, no good.
He's had 3 or 4 now that hit front rim. So he's going to keep playing. He's just got to get it over the front of the rim.
37 seconds left in the second quarter. Troy Taylor, pump fake, one dribble, pull-up jumper. Aldor Cola selling the foul and almost knocked over the drum line as he did it.
He plays with so much energy that if you're not prepared to match it, he's going to frustrate you a lot.
And he was wide open there against that zone. Ends up having it poked away. Kick ball. Wellington's going to get the ball back with just 17 on the shot clock.
Chance to play for the last shot here and get it to within a one-possession game for Wellington. Let's see if they can execute here at the end of the half.
Good call, coach. Shot clock is off. Game clock's at 17. Jeremiah Williams waiting to set up the offense. Going to have something to do with Devin Scott. Well, he just sets the screen. When Pennell gets freed up, that looked like it was front rim since it left his hand. Just one to go. Troy Taylor getting laughed at by Jody Hill. Should have pulled up from three-point range. So it's 46-42 for Hamilton United. Head coach Mark Anderson making his way over to the interview stage. Mark Anderson right now going to be joined by the CBL's Kate Marentette. And Kate, just taking a quick conversation with our head coach, but it's 46-42 for Hamilton United. And I think now we're ready. Kate, why don't you take it away with head coach Mark Anderson?
Thanks, Jason. Coach Anderson, tell us about that first half. You're in the lead by 4 points.
Well, it was a good half by both teams. We played Friday night, and it was one of those that that when you play a team back-to-back in a weekend, it's going to be a tougher game the second game. No matter who wins the first one, the next team wants to win the next one. So, we figured it was going to be a battle. Now, we missed some easy shots there in the middle, but, I'm pleased with the way we're playing. We're doing the things that we need to do. So I'm fine with it right now.
And what will we see in the second half?
Hopefully we can maintain the energy and the lead and then hopefully get another win here. But again, it's going to be it's a 4-point game right now. It's probably going to end up to be a 5 to 6 point game either way. It's just the way it is.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Back to you, Jason.
Thank you, Kate. It's 46-42 for Hamilton United at the break. We will take a little breather at halftime here, and we'll have you back for some second half action after the break.
One more.
And we are back inside the University of Guelph. We thank you for joining us here on CanadianBasketball.com. And right now, we're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Kate Marentette, who's along with interim head coach Butch Carter.
Thanks, Jason. Coach, down by 4. What didn't you like about that first half?
Well, we can't find the rhythm. The guys that normally shoot the basketball for us, Cola, Gilbert, they didn't get into a rhythm, and we had a lot of nice open looks, and we need to make those looks with the double teams coming on Devin.
And what did you tell your team in the locker room just now?
The issue is the game is right there for us. I mean, we shot 41%. We don't need threes. We just need to make twos. We need 1 point per possession, and we'll be in good shape because he has to sub at some point, and hopefully Jody will miss some more shots.
Thank you for your time. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Jason.
Thank you, Kate. It's a 4-point deficit for the Wellington Basketball Club. Butch Carter, known as one of the most technical coaches out there, so I'm sure he drew up some things there in the locker room to try to figure out how to get things going. And head coach Garrett Kelly, what did you see in that first half that got Hamilton in that 4-point lead? What's been the difference?
I thought Hamilton was a little more aggressive going towards the basket early on, which led to 13 free throws. They ended up making 9 of them. And that's really, to me, the difference right now. Wellington is 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and Hamilton's 9 for 13. They've also taken care of the ball pretty well with only 5 turnovers in the first half, and that is a tribute to Troy Taylor, the point guard.
It's a very good point because Devin Scott, the league leader in free throw attempts this season, only has 2. A lot of his shots have come from a little further out from the rim than we're always used to seeing from Devin.
I think that's part of the reason why Hamilton brought in the new guy, the big fella. He's able to add some size and some resistance to Devin Scott, especially in the paint.
It's Will Thompson out of Teaneck, New Jersey, who just joined the team yesterday and now finds himself on the floor with his brand new squad, D'ing up the only player averaging 20 and 10 in Devin Scott. It's quite a dance card to get in your first game in your new league. Taking a look now at head coach Mark Anderson, and you're pretty good at your halftime change-ups. What do you think Mark Anderson's looking to do in this second half?
Well, I think they got to continue to be aggressive going towards the rim. As we've seen, Wellington really only has Devin Scott to protect the rim. And when he goes to the bench or when he gets into foul trouble potentially later on, Hamilton has to stay aggressive and not settle for jump shots. I think in the past they've hurt themselves by settling for 3-point jump shots and not getting to the rim as much.
They took 12 3-point attempts in that first half, did Hamilton, and I know in Friday's game, neither team shot well from range. Wellington was just 6 of 18 from 3-point land, while Hamilton United was just 5 of 19. They've already hit 5 3-pointers in this game, so they're ahead of where they were on Friday. In the second half was the difference in that game on Friday as well. As Hamilton United trailed by 5 at the break, but they outscored Wellington 46-32 in that second half. And I know with second chance points, that was a big difference in that game Friday as well. 21 second chance points for Hamilton United. Listen in now. Hamilton United head coach Mark Anderson.
He can cross screen, Chris. And then you roll right back into this free spot. All right? So you're going to go across and get Derek. He's sliding down. After he goes, you roll back into this dead area. So they're going to have to switch, so he will have a smaller defender. Let's go. Let's get it. Stop on 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop.
The high scorers in that first half. Jody Hill had 16 points for Hamilton United, 4 of 8 from downtown, 6 of 13 overall from the floor.